Hello, and I am Mr. X Snipes 2, and today I want to talk about a nice program you can get called Crossover Professional. Now, this is an application you can buy. It's by CodeWeavers. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description of where you can get it for free. Now, of course, if you really like the program, you should go ahead and buy it. It'll be the newest version, and it will have better support. Alright, and now on with talking about it. To install software, you will go ahead and hit install Windows software. Kind of self-explanatory. And in here we'll go ahead and bring up the menu kind of like a lot like Winetricks, which will go ahead and give you a list of software, but here they actually categorize it in supported software to unsupported applications, which is applications they will not support. And then right here in community supported applications is where you can go ahead and install your own software. And before we really start installing any software, there's one thing you should really know about. It's this right here. Now anytime you go ahead and install new software, it will go ahead and put it in the new one of these. Basically what these are is they're their own wine directory, you could say. You can have each an individual wine parts, so you can configure certain things to run. Like for example, if you want maybe World of Warcraft and it won't run in a certain way, so you need certain applications, but then another game won't run with those settings, you can go ahead and set it up differently. So this is pretty nice. So if you go ahead, you should go ahead and probably just go ahead and select the new one by default, and then you can just go ahead and continue to install on that. XP is pretty standard. It mainly almost everything will just go ahead and work for that. I already went ahead and made one called Wine. Then you would just go ahead and select your file and just go on and select it. Then you would hit install and this will pop up. Installing it. All I launched was just a little add-on, so that's why it just popped up like that. Now by default, you have it set to run as in your actual desktop. So to change anything really, you'd go to this particular right here to manage. And here's your list of all the wines you made, you could say. It's pretty nice. I just went ahead and make one because I just pretty much only need just one. And here you can go ahead and quit, so anything that's running, it'll go ahead and shut it down. As you can see down here, it's no longer running. Applications, this is where all your applications are listed. This is of everything you've installed. And you can even install software from right here, which opens up the program right here. I'm going to go ahead and install something from here. I'm going to go ahead and install this. Then you go ahead and select the bottle you want to install it into. So it's pretty nice. And then to remove something, you just click on it and hit repair or remove. But of course you will also have to go ahead and need to install DirectX. So I'll go ahead and give a link in the description. So you would go ahead and hit other application, select where it needs to be, which is the one you just made. Then you would go ahead and go where you download it to. I'll go ahead and give you the online and offline installer. Both of them work. So you go ahead and hit open. Then you will go ahead and hit install. And then it's going to go ahead and install the application. You can also hit details to see what it's doing. So you go ahead and install that. It's pretty quick, so it won't take long. Then you just hit finish. Then it's going to go ahead and simulate a reboot. And then it's going to go ahead and refresh. Then when it's done, you just hit close. Then that's pretty much it. That's how you get. That's an easy. That's to get DirectX. It's really easy, you know. But make sure you at least do get DirectX though, because that is required to do any gaming on it. And from here is your control panel. Pretty nice. You can edit your associations, which is basically anything you may have installed in Wine. Instead of just going ahead and opening up with your Linux software, it can actually open it up with the software you installed in Crossover. So you can go ahead and do that. So if you install maybe like VLC or Windows Media Player, you might need to do this because it might go ahead and reassociate all video files to open in that. Edit the menus is pretty nice. I'll go ahead and show you that. It actually allows you to go ahead and show is what's going to be listed. It even tells you what's actually in there and where they're at too. And you can uncheck box them if you don't want them to show. It's pretty cool. Because and you have your applications listed right here. So it's a lot more, has a lot more features than just regular Wine. It's pretty nice. And if you ever used Play on Linux, you will probably recognize this Simulate Reboot, which will go ahead and simulate a Windows restart. You got your Task Manager. That's also in Wine, but you have to find it. Pretty nice. It's right there. And then you got your Wine configuration, which is, you may have seen. Now if you do notice, this is actually already defaulted in this program. It already has added a whole bunch of application compatibility settings for a whole bunch of games that are already in here. So that really helps. And if you see right here, it even has one for WoW. And so it's pretty cool. For mostly just default, it's always selected default. So here you can, just like any other thing, you can go ahead and change the settings, everything. It's the same as regular Wine configuration. And then the advanced allows you to browse C drive and things like that. If for some odd reason you ever encounter a problem trying to open up just a regular exe file for any kind of reason, here's an easy way to fix that. You just launch a task manager, new task, then you would go ahead and browse for where it would be located. An easy way. That's only popping up because that is actually a flash tool, which is a flash hardware. That was for a thing I got for someone, but if you ever have a problem trying to open a regular exe file, that's an easy way to get it open. And that's pretty much about it. It's pretty easy to use. It's pretty nice. And right here, you can run commands too. It's really nice program. Has excellent support, even if you just download it. Really nice. It even has excellent support for cracked games, for like no CD crack. Like right here is the no CD crack. Right here are the no CD cracks. Right here is the non-Steam version. So they all work. Excellent support. Now when you do install a game, do make sure you are running at least the recommended requirements. They do work with minimum, but that sometimes causes glitches within the game if you just run just the minimum. So that's pretty much about it. It has really nice, excellent support. And I'm Mr. X Snipes too, and thanks for watching.